All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome on back. Looks like we're just ending night. Let's see. Can I jump in? Finish up the night? I don't know. Superstitious. There you go. It's not like sacrilegious or religious or anything. Anyways, welcome to another Minecraft Musings, New Era playlist, all that good stuff. But basically, I wanted to jump on here before I got too deep into any programming stuff because I'm probably going to go into a bit of a programmer haze for the next couple of hours or this evening. Um, just because I'm motivated and I'm excited to do some stuff. I mean, I've got a MongoDB database set up in one of my virtual machines. I've got this virtual machine set up to do Node.js, which is really easy. You just have to download Node and like the NVP npm node packet manager and node packet module. Like they use the same acronym for a couple, which is funny. I mean, computer science, we love our acronyms and stuff. But no, basically I really want to get this out sooner than later, and I've been waiting until I've been feeling really motivated. And today I have that right amount of like, because it's tough. Like a lot of these tools have already been built, and a lot of these tools probably would be built or better if people had more time in their day. The problem is the people that are skilled enough to do these things have jobs, and I'm not saying I'm particularly more skilled or less skilled than anyone else. In fact, I'd still consider myself a novice computer scientist. I mean, I only graduated, what, 7 years ago. So I guess I'd be more of a senior IT, but still, like, as far as how much development I've done, not a lot. So, but anyways, the point is getting the voting system out, the idea out, because I think there's enough people in enough countries that are communicating that could be like, oh, hey, check this out. If our country implemented this, then the U.S. will either A, stop attacking us or bombing us, because that's a big issue for some countries, B, do more trade with us or just complete fair and open trade with us, because that's another thing. I mean, we don't really trade. We put tariffs on countries that we deem to be dictators or people that we feel like aren't exercising democracy. Now, in even that, so like we're going to need some self-examination in this too. Like we're going to need to be held accountable for like, okay, so if we set this standard, what are we going to qualify as? And this is an easy way. If you're going to have a government for the people, by the people, of the people, then we'll leave you alone. I mean, that's it. Russia is on our hit list because they've had a dictator for the last, what, 40, 50 years almost now? I mean, I want to say Putin's gone back to like the 80s and 90s, and we're in the 20s. So, I mean, and granted, I've heard he's a great ruler, and the people of Russia do love him for the most part. I don't know how much they're forced to say that or what, but, and then also, what if you don't really have much of an alternative to compare to? Like their alternative was the Soviet Union. And I've heard, like, I do respect Putin for this, because I've heard a story about how he came to power, and he basically took a lot of the corruption. And I mean, he kind of fought corruption with his own corruption. He's like, now you will all pay me half. And it's like that Joker scene where he's like talking to the mobsters. He's like, I want half. And they're all just like, wait, what? You crazy? Like, thinking a dollar figure, like, tell us how much you want and, you go kill the Batman for us. It's like, I want half. So it's like, whatever you have, give me half. And that's what Putin did, supposedly, from what I mean, and I don't know if this is true. Again, fact check me at will. I'm announcing that I don't know if this is completely accurate, but I was watching this guy that was giving a synopsis, and I don't even know who the guy was. Like, this could have been just some random yokel. That's the downside of having such great communication tech is literally anybody can jump in and say, oh, yeah, this is how it is, and this is how it must be. It's so cool to see them actually pop up in real time, and I think we've actually probably got enough wood. I just like to do mundane tasks while I'm talking and on a roll. And before I forget, as far as the religion part goes, I think everybody can agree in every religion, every single sect, group, whatever, that if I were God, would I like this? That's the basic understanding of all of it. Like if I created the world, and if I created people, would I like how I'm acting right now? And this is not to be confused with like idolization and becoming a golden idol and becoming a false idol that people worship and, whatever, which I feel like we were already very violating that with politics and celebrities. Like we worship these celebrities, not because we think they're anything particularly, amazing. Like, and the camera actually makes a lot of celebrities look better than they are. Like Justin Timberlake, short as a, very short. I almost said something kind of offensive, so I stopped myself, but You're not supposed to say, I want to be PC, basically. He's a really short guy. Doesn't mean he's any less capable of making great music, great comedy. Like, I loved him on Saturday Night Live. Like, yeah, he got a DUI recently. Who cares? I mean, like, it was dangerous and it was bad for him to do that. But at the same time, like, there's a lot worse things people could be doing, especially celebrities like R. Kelly or, Drake apparently. But even that, and that's why I've been talking so much about South Park Mexican and Drake lately, because I'm a little offended if Kendrick Lamar is calling him a pedophile if he's just dating teenagers. Now, granted, that's not great. I'm not condoning dating teenagers, but at the same time, like, there's a big difference between a teenager and then why I've been so mad at Carlos Coy lately is because I read online that he's convicted of messing around with a 9-year-old. Now, see that in itself. And 13, yeah, okay, like young teen, definitely still way too young. 16 is still too young. And my personal opinion is I won't date anyone probably younger than 30 anymore just because it feels weird. It's like, and then they're going through problems at that point in their life on average. Like, I don't know for sure. Some might be more older for their age or whatever, but on average, their problems are going to be problems that I've already been there, done that, and I don't want to rehash that again. Like, I got a good job, good education, worked hard for it, will continue to work hard, you know. And whereas there's a bunch of people looking for shortcuts, that's how you get those young, 20 somethings trying to get like an old sugar daddy or sugar mama. Like, it goes both ways. So I don't know. But the whole point of that is like, if I created people, would I like this? And if you're doing adult things with kids, no, I would not like that if that was my creation. I would be very upset because then that teaches them, at a very young age that they need to be doing that and that's fine and all that, and it could be dangerous. So I don't know. You got to let kids have their childhood, their innocence. Like, let them be kids. They'll get doom and gloom soon enough either way. And actually, if we continue to work hard on fixing the doom and gloom, maybe not. Like, the kids of today will not know the struggles that I had, and the struggles I had were nothing compared to my parents' generation. You want to go even further, you got Oregon Trail and, like, moving out west. Most people died of things like smallpox, dysentery, like diseases that we have pretty good control over. Now, we're killing people. Horrible deaths. Like, smallpox, I think, was the one that put people in the iron lung, where, like, if you were infected with that and not treated, like, you couldn't even breathe on your own. You had to have a machine called an iron lung, like, basically squeeze you in and out like an accordion just so you could breathe. Like, horrible, horrendous situations. I mean, you don't see that anymore because we got rid of it. And it's these things as we work together as a society, and we were like, oh, hey, this bad, let's fix that. So also is that, yeah, I was going to say I can just keep going on this line. So I don't know. And there's never going to be like perfect solutions that's going to make everybody happy. However, if we clarify things and communicate, I think we could clear up a lot of the nonsense. And specifically, I'm talking religion. So and that's why I like that idea. Like, just put yourself in the place of the creator. Let's just say the creator is one person, one entity up there. Like, and if that person or that thing or whatever, flying spaghetti monster, dude in a shiny robe, chick in a shiny robe, like, whatever, alien. I mean, because I can't even fathom, what's even further. And even that, like, even if let's just say the Bible is true and God made us in his image or whatever, or their image, like, that could still be open to a lot of interpretation. Like, which image? And are we just one flavor? We're the carbon base? Like, maybe there's a whole bunch of nitrogen based people that kind of look a lot like us, but are completely different in ways we can't even fathom on another planet. Like, because we now know that there's just planets and planets and planets and galaxies and solar systems and all these other, like, groupings of celestial bodies that can hold life. Like, what was it, like, saying that there's no life in the universe aside from us is like taking a spoonful of water from the ocean and saying there's no fish in this, so there's no life in the ocean. And that's sadly true. Like, I mean, because you're only sampling what we can observably see. We can only see so far, and the James Webb Telescope, that being launched, greatly increased like how far we can see into the cosmos and the universe and all that. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean like we're going to be able to zoom in on another planet and another universe or another galaxy and be like, hey. And even that, like, universes and galaxies and solar systems, like, as I'm saying that, like, that definition can be loosely defined, because a galaxy is nothing more than a cluster of stars that can be kind of like a coherent jumble, like a grouping. And then you could say, oh, that's this galaxy, you know, and then solar systems within that galaxy, like how many planets or rocks or celestial bodies are orbiting a star. And then even within stars, we have several classifications. We've got, you know, red giants, red dwarfs, white dwarfs, like, you know, all the things that I don't remember from elementary school astronomy. Like, I'd like to brush up on that stuff because I find that stuff very interesting. But even that just popped up too. And I also took most of the. Anyways, but I think as far as like philosophy and theocracy and theology and just all of this stuff, I think it's fair to say that everybody, just like everybody wants to work, nobody wants to be lazy. I mean, everybody would like to not have to work and be able to take it easy, but at the same time, like there's something in us that drives us that like, you know, a good hard day's worth of work where you can sit back and look and be like, I did that, even if it's just cleaning up a house or, you know, like, you know, or even cleaning your room or organizing things, getting rid of stuff. Like it just feels good, you know. And then you add that to like people that know what like hard labor is. Like, whew, when I used to work construction, I'd feel so good after a day's worth of work. I'd be like, man, I got so much done today. I got exercise, like my blood's flowing, my body's happy, and you know, stuff like that. But unfortunately, you can't keep doing that for the rest of your life because you're going to start slowing down and stuff. I mean, as you get older, you know, there's such is the way of life. Although I say that, but you got President Carter, former President Carter, doing Habitat for Humanity. I think it's Carter, or at least he was until recently, because I think even he's like too old to do that now. I'm just like getting into it. Like I'm kind of, you know, looking to get into it. Sign up, start getting on wait lists. I've already checked with my work. I know I'm good to volunteer for 16 hours. So basically, I can take 2 days and be like, you know what, this is a work day, but I'm going to go work for and build houses. So, and they have a wait list for a lot of their projects. So I think already, I mean, I'm not going to get a house anytime soon. And even that, but I still want to do it because I, you know, I do feel that need to give back. I mean, granted, I've paid this uh, county quite a bit. So, anyways, that's about all I'm just kind of thinking about even doing a half episode. Now let's do something fun. Let's go explore the nether a little bit. We'll go see what we got. Because eventually, and actually what I want to do, where was I putting? So the obsidian should be in here. That's where I usually keep it because it's technically a resource. But I think I actually put it in this box over here. Yep. And I need more. So I need at least 3 more. Now, ooh, actually I can just take them from the nether. So as long as I take a handy dandy diamond pickaxe. So there are a few things we could be doing in this world. Like I could get some enchanted tools set up. Just go ahead and just dump a lot of this stuff in here. Flotsam, actually, let's keep this. I'm still building tools. Oops, need that. And then I got a lot of flotsam. See, that's wool. We can keep the wool there. And all this diorite stuff. I'm gonna go put, because I actually have a chest for diorite, and then I have a chest for polished diorite. These top two. So all polished diorite stuff can go in here, and that's nice. But anyways, because my idea is I want to use this map and the coordinates to figure out how far over I would need to go if I wanted to make a portal in the next map section over, which even as I say that, I feel like this is a bad place to have the portal. I should have one nether portal in the middle of the map, because if you put them too close to each other, they'll crisscross, and then you'll go in one and end up in a different place, and it'll just make like a new portal, or it's kind of funky how that works. So you can't have two nether portals too close together. I have had two in the same map section, but really, I feel like I just want one in each map section, because that would be the least, or maybe like one on each edge. But even that, like looking at the map now, maybe one over on Mushroom Island over there, and then one here. But then that screws up the next map section. The next map section would have to have like, or no, I guess, because if it's always that, then I guess it wouldn't be too bad. Although, as I say that, this is too close to the eastern edge, so it'd probably mess up anything on the western edge where that Mushroom Island is on the next section over. So all that good stuff, if that makes sense. And yeah, So let's go see what we see. I mean, ultimately, we'll be making like underground or yeah, nether rails to be connecting all these things. But really, that's the thing. Like, if you were the creator, would you like what you're doing? Would you like your behavior? Because that's a big question. Like, a lot of people would honestly say no for a lot of things. Like, if I made people, you know, put yourself in the creator's position, whatever, whoever it is. If I made people, how would I feel about all this? Like, especially people killing each other. That's a big thing. I mean, or, and directly or indirectly too, because that's another thing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There are no evil people, just accidental evil. Almost everything that is considered evil in this world is at least started by an accident, and then people along the way just didn't care enough to put their foot down and be like, you know what? No, there's something not right about this. Greed is a big one, and you know, Christianity knew that. Like, one of the seven deadly sins is greed. And that's why a lot of the Bible made sense growing up. A lot of it didn't. But I mean, also I feel like that's a new development. The dot on the map turning into a circle when it's not on the map anymore. I feel like I used to have to like look really closely to see when it changed from a teardrop to a dot, or it didn't change from a teardrop. I would just have to look closely and see when the teardrop stopped moving, because that told me that, oh, I'm in the next map section. So I feel like that's either a new update or a new update with this city texture pack. Or I don't know how that all works, because you can actually have a couple texture packs active at the same time. But either way, wait. So we are at, once this gets down to 0, I'll bet that'll turn into a teardrop. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Or maybe 8. It's starting to get wider. Starting to get, there it is. Okay. So now you are officially over it. Huh. And actually, it doesn't look like it changes at all. This is very dangerous to do in the nether, but... So anyways, at negative 11? Or 10? There you go. Interesting. Well, so the nether is, I'm pretty sure, 8 blocks. For every 1 block in the overworld, there's 8 blocks. That's why nether travel is so great, because you only have to travel 1/8 of the way, you know, whereas in the overworld, yeah, so if I'm building this, and so we're at negative, basically we're at 0. Around 0 is where the border is what I was trying to make that point. But I guess not. In fact, it's just slightly off, because, yeah, even at negative 11 or negative 10, that's where it's considered no longer. But anyways, so what I would be doing is I would do so many units that way and then build another portal. But also what I realize is I need to come back and I need to take this. Okay. This is kind of sketching me out, because like I would need I'm just realizing like I would need a flint and steel to get out of here if I mess up this portal. Actually, you know what? Let's just fix the problem. So, because I don't trust myself to remember that to fix it later. Like, and that's one thing that I try to live my life by. Like, if there's some small little thing that I could be doing like right now, might as well just go ahead and do it, because you're gonna probably forget later. But basically, what I need. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to the resources. I need a flint and steel. Bring a chest, and then just keep a chest. Let's see, flint. Some wood and a piece of iron. So that makes a flint and steel. And then we need planks, and we could do that. In fact, let's go ahead and just do Right, so already just doing this, putting a chest down there with a flint and steel near this, that'll fix that. Excuse me. So, I was joking with one of my buddies who is more of a Christian than I, or a practicing Christian, I guess you could say. And he gets a little upset when I start talking about Jesus sometimes, but he's also a very big Republican, and I basically just flat out told him just a while ago, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of people thinking the GOP is the party of Christianity, because it's not. Like, I mean, yeah, abortion and gay stuff are about the only two things that they do better than Democrats as far as a Christian is concerned. However, and this is why, and there's tons of memes out there like Republican Jesus and how it's like, he's not really all that Christian, is he? Like, I mean, and well, in fact, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Here's one of the such memes that I sent to them earlier because I was just joking. Because I mean, he sent something like Kamala. No, I can read them both, but they're ragging on Kamala. Like, and then I sent so the left panel is WWJD, which is what would Jesus do, and it's got a picture of Jesus, and he's there, you know, well, American white Jesus, like Anglo-Saxon, like Italian Jesus, because real Jesus was like Middle Eastern, Jewish, dark skin, and all that. But anyways, this one says, and then under his picture it says, feed the hungry, care for the sick, shelter the homeless, love everyone. It doesn't that sound great? That's what a lot of people read in the Bible, but not everybody follows it. Now the right picture, it has WWRJD, and then right under it says, what would Republican Jesus do? And then it's got Jesus like flipped over and like mostly red in his robe. He's got the elephant. Let's see, greedy oligarch puppets is what the GOP like around there. He's got a stack of dollar bills on his hand. He's got a gun in his right hand, like an assault rifle up over his shoulder. And he's got an American flag headband. It says cut food stamp benefits, gut affordable health care, demonize the homeless, and block equality rights. And that's, you know, it's pretty spot on. So, and, you know, it's not because they want to, it's because the government's spending too much. And they just keep crying wolf with that, saying the government's spending too much by being vague and unintentional. And then, like, coming in, scrapping a few programs that they think are easy targets to be like, look, see, like, we didn't need to be spending this. And one of them was, like, the emergency response to what Trump scrapped was, like, the emergency team for responses to pandemics. And, like, oh, I guess that would have been useful in all this. And, you know, and it's hard to say, like, because the COVID pandemic was so, it never happened before. Like, a lot of people on Earth didn't really know what to do. And so we could argue all day, like, oh, we should have done this, or we could have done this, or done this. But I'll tell you one thing that didn't help, pretending that it was just going to blow over and ignore it, which is what Trump was doing for a while there. And so a lot more people got sick than needed to be. And then throughout his entire presidency, he continued to, like, not be quiet when people were, like, one, raging against his own cure, well, not cure, his own medicine that he put out. Again, I'm being careful with the words I say because this is where I got a ding. Because I was trying to make a correlation or something, like, just kind of, anyways. I feel like I'm in support of a lot of things that YouTube's concerned about, but I still got dinged. Anyways, no, because just not taking it serious enough. Like, it could have been. Now, some people I feel like took it too serious. I mean, there was like what China was like locking people in their homes, like welding their doors shut so they literally could not leave. I feel like I heard that there was some of that going on. And again, I don't know for sure. I could be wrong, could be totally wrong. But like, that's just kind of what I heard. And like, you know, I mean, again, it's tough because nobody could do that. But it could have been handled a lot better than what happened. So. I don't know, and there's still a ton of people that still think that it was all a hoax and all these people were not really killed by that, and it's like, I don't know. We don't even need to get into that. But again, if I was the creator, if I made this world and if I made these people and I put them on there, technically I would have made the world and I would have made dinosaurs and put them on there first and then, you know, and all that stuff because we know that there's dinosaur bones and fossils and couldn't possibly be faked. Like, people didn't dig up the area, plant the bones, and then, you know, bury them again because we have evidence. Like, that's not how it works unless you planted them and then recreated natural geological processes. my favorite subject in science, geology. I got the highest score in my geology class, but I kind of cheated because, well, not cheated, but I had a pretty good head start because my dad was very passionate about geology, and both my parents worked in a mine a long time ago, and like, so we had a bunch of rocks and minerals and really cool things from inside the earth that got me all excited about. I was like, oh wow, this is cool, and including a big chunk of iron pyrite, like as big as my hand. It's only worth like a few pennies, maybe a few dollars, but like, well, you could probably sell that for a lot more since it's such a big chunk. But like the actual value of that mineral, like iron pyrite, even though it looks like gold, it's called fool's gold. It's not this gold, and it's just worthless. It's like worth a penny an ounce or something like that. So let's see, I started building this way. I don't even know what I was doing. I was just looking for like another biome, something more interesting and stuff. And ideally, I'm gonna make all these up near the top. In fact, maybe that's what I should do. Go get a bunch of ladders and then just build a base. Oh, wait, wait, wait. I forgot what I was even talking about. Here we go. There. We even put a few stacks of blocks. And that. So if we absolutely have to, there. Okay. But for now, I mean, well, we're already blowing through these. Like, I need to get enchantments going. Never mind. Let's get working on that. Let's go kidnap a villager. So I did build the first villager's house. And see, that's why, like, all these things a lot. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. They're going to start bleeding over into this world and vice versa. Like, there's going to start being more animals going into there. And it's fine. Welcome to the overworld. Oh. Weird. Huh. That's why you're usually supposed to build like a fence around it or like section it off so you don't get, I mean, especially if it's not in peaceful. Since it's in peaceful, this doesn't even matter all that much. All right, so first off, let's get a nice stack of these. Let's get some other tools going because I've been using too much iron on these iron tools. And yeah, it's great, but I think it's past time to move on to diamond tools. And for that, we need this and this. And what else do we need? I mean, really? And let's get a boat, too. It's painfully slow, but, I mean, all right, now we're going to go kidnap some villagers or encourage them to relocate to our village. I need two. Actually, I was going to say, let's go ahead and make a second minecart. So if we do go that route, we could just put them both in minecarts. Oh, that took all 5. Oof. Okay, well, actually, I don't have any more iron. Literally no more iron. So yeah, we desperately need some villagers. So let's go get some. All right, but anyways, and I might do a couple more musings tonight, like as I get progress on stuff or not. Like if I get stuck, I might talk about it. Because as it is now, I have a MongoDB database linked. I've created 2 user accounts that are the admins, not labeled them admin, because that's one of the first things people are going to do if they try to hack into your stuff is, let's see if it has an admin login using admin, like the generic admin password and username. That's what not to do. All right, so see, first we got to find the village. Got to remember where we went. Some blocks would have been good if I was thinking ahead, but oh look, it's an alley. All right, we're gonna keep you in there for now. I don't know what to do with you. Like, honestly, I don't know. I don't know much about those things. I mean, like I could free it, but then I don't know if it's gonna follow me around all the time, or, I mean, I don't like it being in that. But eventually, what I want is I want that Illager outpost to send us plenty of raids, and then we can fight and do that mechanic, at will. And then I can just turn it off when I don't want it. It's like, I mean, it is fun playing out of peaceful, but at the same time, you gotta just constantly worry about, like, am I gonna die, or, do I need to fight, or, like, it's gonna become nighttime. When I just slept there, part of why I'm superstitious like that, I just like to sleep every now and then, is because if I switch it out of peaceful, I would get attacked right away by phantoms if it was nighttime, because I haven't slept in, like, 2 weeks, like a crackhead. Oh my gosh, this is dangerous. This is very high up, and I feel like a lot of it's going to just disappear. I think it's safer if we go over here and do it. Yeah, see, some of those are like death falls. This, not so much, but like right there, yeah, that's death. This is even sketchy. I mean, 2 hearts here, 4 hearts there. I just feel like, I think it's like 21 or 23 blocks. If you fall that high, that's deadly. So, and see, it's already almost nighttime. So if we were not in peaceful, this would be pretty stressful. I mean, I'd make a crafting table, and then I'd make. Oh, there's the alarm anyway. So, all right. Well, back to that. Let's just finish that up real quick and talk about that, because then I'll go and actually do stuff. Because this is the new era of doing things. Still musing, but a lot more action than. I mean, the 2 taboos was all just philosophizing or musing or talking about it. So, I've got Node.js. I mean, I'm sure there's already modules. What I need to do is I need to link or be able to set up email accounts. I need to make a few dummy email accounts and basically just try to configure. Oh, wow, this actually isn't that bad at all. I just have to go straight up a mountain. So maybe what I can do is like drill through the mountain, like pretty much how this is, and then just dig through and then build a railroad. Yeah, I might do that. I'll go ahead and, oh, wait. So, but anyways, what I need to do, like the idea is to just set up a system where every registered voter has a registered voter ID number, which we already do. And then on top of that, have that sent to an email protected with multi-factor authentication. Actually, no, I don't even need to do all that. That already exists. And so what I need to do is I need to build a web server that based on a database, you can update or you can change the database based on an email of a voter's choice. Like they could choose, well, I want to vote for this person. Oh, I want to change my vote. I want to vote for this person. Or have some kind of mechanism to where it could be either triggered from an email or have a user be able to log into the system and then the user can see only their view. And then based on that, they'd be like, okay, I want to click this button and then it votes for this person. And then that change is reflected and you might want to only like pull the deltas or the changes every so often, but that change would be reflected in the database, and they'd only be able to edit their file in the database, and like, and every person in this database would have like one entry, and then they would have their voter choice or something like that. I mean, or just having a user account, like you log in, and there's that. And I don't know why it's not a thing. I think it's just too hard, and so I think what needs to happen is some open source, free company like mine. I don't really have a company, but I am a company kind of free, and just say, hey, here's what I got, take it, use it, as long as you don't be a jerk with it, or don't make money off of it, you're good. And I swear it's got to already exist. Maybe I just need to communicate that it exists, raise a stink about it, because that's the other thing that I can bring to the table. Like I have decent communication, and so I might not understand everything technical about something, but at least I can communicate it in a way that, because I used to tutor people that had English as a second language, how to understand complex computer science topics up to like third year computer science. Like, it takes a lot to be able to translate that down to basically how a 5-year-old could understand it. Because I mean, and the same thing, if I was learning computer science in Arabic, I wouldn't be able to understand these complex, really long words. Like, tell it to me like I'm 5, and if I can get that, oh, okay. So, anyways, ta-ta for now. I'll continue with this. I might hop back on here, but for now, I'm gonna get in there and see, make a plan, upload the links to this, maybe something. I don't know. I've already got the links for the project list, and that's probably the most important part. And again, I'll leave you with this. Everything you do, think, if I was the creator, would I be happy about what I'm doing right now? If the answer is no, ask yourself how bad, and then what can you do to make up for it? Probably just don't do it. But, and basically my thinking is would you steal or like hurt or mess with someone else's life? Like one of the other creators' creations. Like, yeah. Anyways, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one.